how do you perceive the value of such a combined, human interface teaching platform?
Yeah, thanks for asking the question. I mean, so the reason why I wanted to start Hallo is because I wanted to provide language learners with the opportunity to speak and practice anywhere, anytime, right? So as an immigrant, I moved from Korea to the United States when I was a teenager, about 14 years ago. So I understand the challenges of learning a new language. And the biggest one being was finding opportunities to speak, right? So everything we do at Hallo is around speaking and connecting students with the right teachers and students so that they can learn actually how to communicate and interact with other people through all these platforms available nowadays. I mean, Zoom, Agora, all these wonderful platforms, we have the technologies. If you think about the past, I don't know if you guys remember 15 years ago. 15 years ago, when I first moved here, I couldn't call my friends in Korea, for example. I had to rely on Skype, or I had to rely on other technologies. But nowadays, I can just call anybody from anywhere. And there are 1.5 English learners throughout the world, for example, and they all have a mobile phone. So we do have all these technologies that we need to be able to make learning more interactive, fun, and engaging. And if you look at the screen, that's kind of how our live classes work, for example. So on Hallo, students can join live classes with a native speaking teacher and 3 to 5 students for them to be able to learn and practice together around particular topics that they're interested in. So as you can see, students can ask questions, interact with the teacher, and apply what they learn at the same time in the classroom setting. So instead of having to go to a classroom in real, in person, you can actually all rely on online virtual classrooms for you to be able to learn from teachers that are not in your country, from countries from the United States, or other countries where native speakers are able to participate and help you learn a new language. So 2 years ago, we officially launched our product, as I mentioned before. So right now we have over 1 million students, finding 14,000 new students per week. Whenever I'm having a bad day, I just come back to this slide, and it makes me feel better, right? As an entrepreneur, I would love to continue to make good progress, and I'm happy when I can visually and tangibly tell that, oh wow, we're helping lots of people not just learn a new language, but also dream big and reach their full potential. And one thing that I want to focus on here on this slide is, if you look at the last number, average daily engagement, 30 minutes compared to 10 minutes at Duolingo, for example. So because of the human interaction that we provide as a company, our students are spending more time practicing and learning, because it's not boring, it's not ineffective. We make language learning fun, effective, engaging, and interactive through all the human interactions that we provide through live classes and also speaking clubs on Hallo. So in my opinion, it really depends on the industry you're in, but I believe that particularly in language learning, human interaction is probably one of the most important components that we need to provide as a language learning platform. And we're happy that we're providing that value already. And we're excited to continue to leverage, the technologies that are out there to be able to provide the best language learning experience in the world.
Absolutely, Joon. I think those numbers are very, very impressive. And, this kind of platform that you have, which is facilitating engagement and interactions, so no wonder, you have these million plus students with, great kind of interaction. Another interesting point that you made was, technology has made the world shrink, So it is now possible with the help of technology to deliver a session which could be attended anywhere in the globe, and you could have access to the best best instructors, best tutors. And interestingly, being in your own place, you are in a global environment because, even for learning a language, you would be interacting with different accents and different, speakers all over the globe. Yeah. So very interesting.
And because of globalization, the world is getting smaller and smaller. The competition is inevitable. Companies in China, companies in India, companies in the United States are all competing with each other.
Absolutely.
But that's good news because we are providing value to students from anywhere, from
Anyway,
any country. So I think for consumers, for learners, for students, it's a great opportunity to find the right platform that works for them so that they can customize their learning experience and find the platform that works for them. Because Duolingo, for example, is such a wonderful platform if you're starting to learn a new language, but it probably will not help you become fluent, right? So if you're learning grammar, if you're learning vocab, if you're just getting started in learning a new language, Duolingo is probably one of the best platforms out there. And if you really want to take your language to the next level, if you want to actually become fluent, there might be a better platform where there's human interaction, there's opportunities to speak and practice. So I think there's a lot of opportunities
yeah,
thanks to technologies and also globalization.